Good morning, soccer fans, and welcome to Day 4 in our coverage of the Sport Check National Club Championships, the Under-14 Cup, on Bell Line Fiber Op TV1, the leader in local sports webcasting in Atlantic Canada. The match today, the first one on the schedule here at King George V Field in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador, is between the Alberta team in black and green and the Quebec team in white with the blue sash. My name is Jeremy Reynolds. I'll encourage you to get in touch on Twitter at Jeremy_Reynolds is the way to do it. You see that on the bottom part of your screen. If you have any shout-outs you want to have read on the air, please do get in touch. That is the best way to do so. This is the first game of the knockout stage for these two teams. Alberta from Group C. Quebec out of Group D. Lots of noise being made by the spectators here who've weathered the storm, so to speak. The rain is pounding down on the pitch. The winds not as high as they were projected to be. We were hearing winds as strong as 80 kilometers per hour. Right now it's not the case, but the rain is pelting down. And this game will test the nerves of the players. No doubt, with all this precipitation coming down. We'll go through the players for Quebec. Justine Baudouin, Sarah Bonin-Bourget, Gabrielle Cossette, Sabrina Dolan, Elizabeth Dupont, Samantha Flood, Natasha Gariana, Laurence Gauthier, Caroline Gobet, Adrienne Grenier, Rebecca Landry, Sophie Lefebvre-Gagnon, Justine Levaillé, Léonie Potelance, Cecilia Scartozzi, Alexandra Wilson, and Julianne Seveno. And for Alberta, Foothills Soccer Club, Monet Alonzo Cruz, Rachel Barlow, Reka Charlton, Leah Chiocchio, Callie Featherstone, Julia Fox, Katie French, Sydney Gummerson, Jaden Haverlock, Anna Jerry, Maya Jones, Kennedy Morgan, Brenna Patinaud, Charnay Cedres, Rumer Siki, Stein Thorne, and Samantha Wright. As we are set to be underway. And here we go. First game on the schedule for today at King George V Field. They're controlled in midfield by Alberta. The near side, that's Flood, sends it forward. Onto the keeper, and a chance, just misses. Chance in the first minute for Quebec. You got to think the rain is playing a factor as the player wasn't able to strike that solid. But that has gotten the cheering section for the Quebec side energized. Back to retrieve that one. Dupont. She was turned back the other way by the dynamic Maya Jones. There's Jones getting in the thick of things. Unable to come up with the ball. As the winds have now picked up on the pitch. It's Jones getting a touch. Foothills running up, led by Barlow. That'll be off over the touchline for a throw. Good dribbling by Bonin Bourget. Down the touchline for Portalance. And throw-in to come. Quickly taken by Wilson. Sent off into touch once again. As Flood advances, number 7. It's going to be hard for us to get the corner angles today because of the precipitation. We've had to draw back our camera position. So just keep that in mind. Here for Flood. Chips it ahead. Misplayed by the defender. Portalance. She crosses. It's in the box. Right to the top and swept aside by Jones. Couple chances early for the AS Brossard. And sent the other way by Alberta. The right back sends it back to her keeper, Gobe. Taking off the chest. Here's Alberta trying to get into the box. Giving chase is Barlow. Keeps it in along the touchline. Here's a chance. Gummerson. And back to Wilson, who's now in midfield. She was playing the central defender position yesterday. That's sent into the keeper once again. Drop kick, a high one. Controlled by Gummerson. Only briefly, though, as it's sent along the near touchline and out of bounds. Here we are still in the first 5 minutes of play. The Quebec side has had a couple chances to score. Nothing has happened so far as Jones commits the foul. She didn't expect that call to come against her. Here's a free kick for Alberta. And joining me now, Marek Nekonieski. I'm trying.
Good morning, Jeremy.
Good morning, Marek. What a interesting game we have before us. The rain is pelting down on the field. The wind is not as high as we were anticipating, but still, the conditions are going to test the nerves of these competitors.
Yeah, torrential downpour here. Very slick conditions on the turf as both of these teams try and get themselves ahead to the semifinal.
Sent ahead down the near touchline. That's right. And it's defended excellently by the left back, Natasha Galiana. So a throw in to come. Not sure if our camera can pick this up as we're getting on the edge of our field of view. Sent to the top of the box here for Jones. She's that dynamic player in the midfield for Alberta.
Yeah, great control from her there. Intervened by Quebec, however, as they try and break through.
And Merrick, if this is your first time watching Jones on the pitch, you're in for a treat. She's a great player. Very quick footwork. But so far in this game, the advantage has to be given to the AS Brossard team.
Looking to bounce back after the game yesterday, putting them in this position to play against Alberta. Would have liked to have the win yesterday against Manitoba, perhaps get an easier crossover game. But I'm sure they're up for the task today.
It's taken by Alberta, sent toward middle of the field now. Quebec will run it out of danger. Excellent battle there. Seems to be number 5. Portalance running up the entire side of the pitch and committed the foul at the very end of her run. Inadvertent handball, so no call. And then sent. They thought it was going off, and the conditions seemed to be affecting the play early in this match.
Yeah, it looked to be sailing wide, but the wind kept that ball in. Alberta will find themselves a throw in here. Try to maintain possession in the opposition half. Bumped wide again by Quebec. The first touch by Portalance is a bit too far ahead of her as Fox now has control of the ball. Ball inside from the wing back is off. Now Quebec gives chase.
Yeah, Baudouin.
Lots of pace shown there from Baudouin.
Getting open, turning back. She has those lime green boots, so she's hard to miss, and then she is
Big
fouled from
there.
behind.
No call from the referee. The slide tackle slightly from behind.
Happening right in front of that far official.
I do believe they will go with the throw in there. Baudouin started yesterday's match on the right side of the back line. Today, in a more attacking position on that right wing for Quebec.
You gotta wonder, with the rains coming down, if that's going to affect the players' vision. We know it'll affect the players' vision, but the officials as well. Both the officials and the players have their work cut out for them in this game.
Yeah, sloppy weather today. Fit for ducks.
We heard them quacking yesterday, the river right next door to the facility. Don't hear them today. I think they're taking cover.
Yeah, so it's a throw-in after that collision there. Referee not opting to give the foul. Ball with Alberta on the wing-back position. Lumps it forward for another throw-in. Difficult conditions to play soccer, Jeremy.
Difficult conditions to do anything.
Yes, we're gonna see both these teams struggle to play the consistent passes that they're used to playing. It's going to be a scrappier game, so it might come down to who is willing to work a little bit harder.
And Merrick, for our viewers out there, can you tell us how these crossover games work in terms of win, lose, or draw? What happens at the end? Extra time? What are we going to see?
I believe at the under 14 level, we will see it go straight to penalty kicks in the crossover. The only game in which there will be extra time is the place games. So the gold medal game, the third and fourth games, and so on. For time constraint reasons alone. Although that does change on a tournament by tournament basis. So I'm not sure if we would see extra time or not. I do believe if this ended in a tie at 70 minutes, we would go straight to penalty kicks. As the rain collecting on our tarp overhead here, just dumping down in front of the camera.
Yeah, for good effect. Sometimes it's hard to tell just how rainy it is if you're watching from home, but take take our word for it. If you were to stand out there for 1 minute in this rain, you would be soaked to the bone. So yeah, bringing up penalty kicks, it's worth mentioning because in conditions like this, that's what it might come down to. Not saying it will.
Yeah, absolutely, Jeremy.
But you never know. That or a set piece. That ball looking pretty slippery. The players aren't able to handle it as they would on a dry day in St. John's.
Yeah, coaching staff will urge both of their sides to take any chance to strike the ball from distance even. Looking for a skip off the turf.
There's Jones.
Slippery settings, difficult for the goalkeepers.
Yeah, very difficult to get a glove on.
Portalance now on our near side. Looking for the overlap. The run made. Great ball inside.
Sent ahead, yeah, but Baudouin just unable to reach it.
A little bit too much on that one. Lots of adjustments here for this AS Brassard side from the starting 11 that we saw yesterday. Looking at a different central midfield. And again, Baudouin, that adjustment to have her in a more attacking position.
One major adjustment as well is Alexandra Wilson, who's moved up to a forward position as she was a central defender in the game yesterday. So interesting adjustment there. Some size among the forwards.
Yeah, tactical decision by the Quebec coaching staff, no doubt. Perhaps trying to get some size in the penalty area, given any set-piece opportunities in this sloppy weather.
Very sloppy, as it looks like the rain is picking up even more. And if you've ever spent time in St. John's, you know that an umbrella is just not going to do because the rain comes down sideways with the wind.
Yeah, you can see the trees moving there on the far side of the field. An umbrella doesn't stand a chance. Big cross in there.
Bonine Bourget.
Cleared, however, as Alberta look to counterattack now.
Sent ahead. Flood has to get back.
Good weight on that ball.
Haverlock right into the keeper, where she comes out well to challenge on the edge. Right on the edge of the penalty area, and she's shaken up.
As her players rush to see if she's okay, the referee will blow it down.
As the rain drips on our faces here. No way to avoid it, even where we are. I wish I could tell you that all the equipment here is rental. It's not. A good day to have insurance.
So far,
The rain is picking up. These players, it's a wonder. Oh my. Feels like we're under attack, Merrick.
Yeah. Interesting to see how long this beautiful broadcast booth of ours will last.
Yes, the one that was it was built on Wednesday, and it's Saturday now.
Tarp's already carrying a heavy load.
So the keeper is being tended to. It looks like her left knee, is the issue right now.
Supporters trying to huddle up against our big blue tarped booth to get some of rain protection of their own.
That's worth noting is when we push the water over the top, that's who it's landing on. Sorry, folks. Sorry about that.
So in this brief stoppage here to check on Brossard's goalkeeper, coaches would have had a chance to speak to their players on the pitch, perhaps make any adjustments they have to. You see Alberta's dynamic number 9, Maya Jones, there dictating to her players what kind of adjustments maybe they should make. Both teams fielding a 4-3-3, like for like, against each other. Jones for Alberta with that maestro role, the number 10 role. As she wears number 9, however. Alberta will look to create through her.
And she's marked in midfield by much taller Wilson. Nearly got there to Jones. So we resume after that lengthy delay as Cassette seems to be okay. We'll see how the rest of the game progresses, but now a chance. Baudouin
Dribbling out wide, and it looks like playing Wilson up front in that center forward role is paying dividends, as her ability to pressurize, perhaps with a little bit more intelligence defensively than your average striker, creates a turnover there. And Quebec almost created an opportunity. Ball lumped wide though, and we'll see a throw-in for Alberta.
So, Merrick, what's your take on a game like this? Because I've heard players say that when it starts to rain, the animal inside just comes out.
Yeah, I absolutely love playing in the rain, Jeremy. The ball's faster. The surface is faster. You can easily get down and slide and get back up. But it's definitely a preference thing. Some players shy away from it. Rains like these, though.
Yeah,
for a little bit of a different beast.
For the Alberta side, I can't expect that they've seen much rain like this over in that prairie province, especially Foothills SC. Having grown up in Alberta, I can tell you that when it rains, it pours, but then it stops. This rain looks like it's going to continue this way for the entirety of today's games, perhaps even into tomorrow. You never know in St. John's how long it's going to last.
And I'm just counting our blessings here that it's not raining into the booth as of yet. Rain falling vertically for now has the tendency in Newfoundland to seemingly fly horizontally sometimes. We'll see Alberta with the Quebec with the throw-in on the far side of the field. Really scrappy play here in these conditions. Not many passes being linked together.
And you can tell that the girls just aren't used to playing in the wet conditions on the turf here at King George V Field as the ball is sped up.
Absolutely, Jeremy. The turf also plays a role. Very different than a natural wet surface. Picks up a lot more speed on the ball. And a very awkward skip on those bouncing balls. Hard to judge.
They're along the near sidelines. Flood misplayed the header. Jones is trying to track it down. She does. It's poked forward, but defended by Quebec. Baudouin tried to meet it. Sent to the far touchline. Featherstone.
Yeah, you'll see players struggle to read the skip off the turf. Portelance now with a chance to open up. Dribbling at pace, being closed down, just not enough from her, though.
Wilson was a bit far out ahead of the ball.
Out wide now. Alberta will try and keep it in. She does well there, the left winger.
Coming back was Barlow.
Forward to Samantha Wright. And you'll see on any pass longer than 15, 20 yards where the players really have to whip it into their teammates. The players will struggle with their first touch, unable to read the bounce well.
Wow, the winds are really picking up here.
We might take off soon.
So if the roof blows off this thing, we are done.
So far, so good.
Cross your fingers. So the throw in after a delay. There it is. Dolan up ahead. Touched by Wilson. Missed.
Good first touch out of the air, but unable to gain control here. The referee blows it down as she's unhappy with the way.
Looked like Bonine Bourget.
And Bonine Bourget challenged for that ball a little bit too late on the tackle. See Alberta with a set piece deep in their own half. Look to get forward. And it's a chance like this maybe where the defensive side is a little flat-footed. If the Alberta attackers get going and this ball gets the right skip, they could find themselves through. As you see the ball carried through there, just no one on the end of it. Really difficult for these players to judge. You can imagine the rain in their eyes, wind.
And the corner has been awarded. This could be a great opportunity for Alberta to get a strike.
Yeah, definitely a difficult situation here to defend for Brassard. Very, very messy conditions. We'll see if this ball falls nicely for one of the Foothills players.
See what Featherstone can do. Here she is.
Miss hits the cross, but dangerous though, as it's low and bouncing like we mentioned.
Controlled. Only briefly. Flood trying to get there in time.
Well dribbled wide by Leveille. Unable to link up though with her wingback.
And Flood threw it in, but she didn't have the possession. Alberta looking to put the pressure on. Flood. Short pass, chip toward the center of the field.
Good control there from
Gummerson, yes.
Sydney Gummerson.
The captain for the Alberta side.
Commanding midfielder.
So Alberta will continue to press. That one sent off. It looks like that will be a goal kick this time.
Yeah, off Barlow there for a goal kick.
Back to Cassette. To take this time to tell you about some television shows on Bell Line Fiber Up TV1. You want to check out Inside the AUS, featuring interviews with athletes, coaches, and administrators of Atlantic University Sport. Watch Inside the AUS on TV1 and online at bellline.ca/TV1.
We've got a foul here as Jaden Haverlock shielding the ball in the corner, looking to win a throw-in or a corner kick, and she's bumped too strongly by Natasha Galliana. The assistant official here on the near side raised his flag, and we'll see a set piece here for Alberta, very similar to a corner due to where it's placed. Likely to see them play it like a corner kick.
Mm-hmm. You're right, a very similar position. Here it is, a good one. In off the hands of the keeper, and you can tell the ball very wet, hard to control, but a good read by the keeper to tap it in front of her and then pick it up off the turf.
Yeah, Alberta asking the Quebec goalkeeper to do some work there, and she's up to the task as they look to counter now. Bonine Bourget winning the ball, tapping it back to Galliana, across to her defense partner, Grenier.
Turned over, back the other way. Barlow taps it ahead, no one there to close.
Scuffed clearance by Galliana works out, though, as Port Alliance has a chance to open up with Jones on the overlap.
She has Flood as well coming up the touchline. That's off for a Quebec throw.
Touch inside to Leveillé, but she's just muscled off the ball, and Quebec will see that turn into a throw-in.
There's Flood, a couple stutter steps. Receives it back.
Port Alliance controls well. Wilson challenging for the ball strongly. As Jones' ball inside is straight to the feet of an Alberta player. Haverlock looks inside.
Here's Jones.
Great
cuts inside.
Beating one player.
Finds himself some space. Sends it ahead.
So you see the conditions play a factor there. Jones with a great first touch to get around her midfield counterpart and sees the channel between two Quebec players looking to play the ball through for her winger. Dry conditions, probably a good weight on that ball, but in this slick weather, it just got away.
If the Alberta players, you got to think if they can make that adjustment of just heading toward the goal with more pace than they would see in dry conditions, they would have had some chances by now. Here's Jones.
Stumble there from Bonine Bourget as Jones gets a chance to slip.
Beautiful
through.
weight this time. Shot and the save. Cassette coming out sliding and swallowing up that chance.
Samantha Wright, the big center forward for Alberta, manages to stay onside there with an excellent through ball from Jones, but a spectacular save from the Quebec goalkeeper.
So it looks to be the case that Jones is finding her touch in the wet conditions. Here we are about 25 minutes into this match.
Alberta just coming out on top of the 50-50 balls right now, and Haverlock gets a chance to go at her defender. Let's see if she can push it by her with pace, which she does.
Galliana is there.
Going outside, says the referee. So we see a collision there just on the edge of the Quebec penalty area. The referee deciding that Galliana had good body position there as the Alberta player leaning into her a little bit too much. Both players go down, and
I'd have to agree. Galliana, she is a steady defender on the back line.
Yeah, we don't see her making a risky tackle there. Good call from the referee.
We have a shout out to give on Twitter. This one coming in from Angela Mundy at ANJ Mundy. She says, shout out to Rumour and the rest of the Foothills team from Lucy. Great job, ladies. So thank you, Angela.
Yeah, great to hear from you folks streaming at home.
No doubt watching from Calgary, perhaps, or somewhere in the vicinity.
Leveillé with a good bit of dribbling here. She plays the ball forward for Port Alliance. This one with a good weight on it will not sail out of bounds, and the Alberta defender forced to put it out for a throw-in.
Yes,
inside.
deep. Probably
Alberta half.
So deep that our camera position can't actually cover it, but we'll keep you informed. Flood will come up to take the throw, as she usually does. Samantha Flood launches one toward the box.
You can see that ball slip a little bit out of her hands as she tried to take the throw in. The ball forward by Portelance just not on there. And we'll see Alberta with a goal kick. Best opportunity this first half, probably with Wright, the Calgary Foothills player, as her teammate Jones slipped her through on an excellent pass with a perfect weight on that one. A clear chance on goal, but the Quebec goalkeeper stands tall to make the save. Other than that, no clear chances for either side. We're at a 0-0 deadlock. Right now with good chest control and shielding the ball. Tries to turn, however, and...
Once again, yeah, Galeana. Great defending by...
Portelance tries to keep that one in, but it's just over the
back.
touchline. Yeah, Galeana showing very, very good defensive awareness there. Just waiting for her opportunity to poke a toe in and steal the ball. Wright's touch is not a good one, and it's out of bounds now. Jones to take the throw in. Inside to Bonin Bourget, and then Haverlock now for Alberta, looking to find Jones. Her maestro inside there.
There's Gummerson. She has to send it back to her defenders. And they are retreating.
Yeah, Baudouin gives chase there.
They're on the far side is Barlow. Tucks it ahead, intended for Jones, defended by Bonin Bourget. And the rain is coming down. The wind is at the back of the Alberta side, and they'll have another 7 minutes to take advantage of that before we end the first half.
So Calgary Foothills Soccer Club here seem to have settled into the match a little bit better. You see them capable of stringing a couple of passes together, even just across the back line. Quebec a little bit more rushed in their play, under a little bit more pressure this half. Very quick to heave the ball forward without any patience. Right now, again, good chest control and gets turned almost. But Bonin Bourget with a great tackle.
There she is
now
again.
Clearance, yeah.
As some of the spectators thought a handball, it was inadvertent, it seems.
The referee will let that one go. Worth noting here that the Calgary Foothill Soccer Club, a very strong club at all age levels in Canada. Often the Alberta representative at the National Club Championships at many age groups. And their under 14 girls side with a good showing here in this first half of quarterfinal crossover action. Battle here for the ball.
Yeah,
both players using their arms a little bit. The referee decides to let them play. I like to see that sometimes, especially in these conditions.
Wilson gets it back. She sends it ahead.
Like I said, kind of impatient Quebec, just lumping the ball forward. Not keeping possession like we know they can do. We saw that yesterday against Manitoba in the defeat. They were very confident on the ball. Not seeing that same ball movement from them today. Lot on the line here, of course. It's Gummerson, very well under pressure.
Nice
Great
cut inside, yeah.
Said there's the wing back. Back to Gummerson, who lumps it forward to Wright, who might have a chance to run onto this one now. Seemingly running over the Quebec defenders.
Keeps going, and then it'll tip back to the keeper, Cosette. And then out of play for an Alberta throw on the near touchline. The attacking third.
You hear the supporters now encouraging their players, rattling the bleachers.
It's off again. This time it'll be a Brassard throw. Taken by none other than Flood. Tipped ahead, errant pass to Jones. That's not who you want to turn the ball over to. And even Jones can't find her touch. I'd like to remind everybody to check out the Soccer Canada website, canadasoccer.com/nationals, for all the results and the seeding in the games today.
Ball square there from Wright is picked off by Leveille, and she's got space to run here. Closed down well by Gummerson, sorry. Galeana now with the ball. Forward to Wilson, who does very well to take it in. Jones now forward for Quebec. Flicked on to Wilson, but well defended eventually.
Coming there from the back line and out of position, but bailed out by Bonin Bourget, and handball as that bounced off the turf and hit her right finger.
Yeah, that time the referee unable to let that go, as she seemingly basketball dribbled the ball, inadvertently I'm sure. Lumped forward now by the wingback of Alberta, Cedris.
And will that ball ever carry in this rain all the way to the far side for a throw?
Yeah, compromising position here. As Alberta set to take the throw deep in Quebec territory, just about on the goal line. If they've got anyone who can throw the ball long, they may look to get it into the penalty area. If not, we'll see if someone can get a good first touchdown here and play a ball into the penalty area. First touch is high, under control though.
Fox is there.
Well defended, however. Quebec now will have the throw in to be taken by number 15,
Dupont.
Also featured in the midfield yesterday. We see her slot back to that right back position where Baudouin played yesterday.
Touched by Bonin Bourget. And slowly, they thought it drifted out, but it didn't. Oh no, the advantage has been given to Alberta. So free kick on a set piece that will no doubt be sent into the box.
A very high percentage of goals are scored in the dying moments of halves here. We'll see if Alberta can stay true to that statement. A great opportunity to put a scrappy ball in the box and cause some trouble here.
There it is.
Ball in.
Ball right on target and into the back of the net and out. Was it?
Oh, I think it sailed over the back of the...
Okay, just missed then.
Yeah.
Wow, didn't miss by much.
The goal that never was. The fans celebrate here. I'm sure they thought it was in just like we did, but it seemed to sail just over the crossbar and hit that brace support on the back of the goal.
And then it bounced out somehow.
Yeah, coming down, hitting that back crossbar along the ground and popping back out over the top of the net. It looked as if it was in and out. I'm sure it was just from this vantage point, though. No one on the field seemed to be too excited. Fox now turns inside.
And unable to play that was Wilson. And, you know, despite her early success, it looks like Wilson just not used to getting those kind of touches in the forward position.
Yeah, less ball control shown from her as perhaps another option, but we'll see if having her play up there will end up paying off. Jones with a good ball into the box that Wilson will give chase to. Portelance scuffs a shot. Falls very nicely, though.
Great strike by number 2, Sabrina Dolan.
Yeah, fell very nicely to her on the half volley, and she creates great contact, hammering one towards goal. From that distance, though, needs something spectacular to trouble the Alberta goalkeeper, who calmly collects.
So we're now in the 35th minute. 3 minutes of injury time has been added. If you'll remember, Cossette, the keeper for Brossard, was injured earlier in the half.
Lumped forward by Barlow.
There's Jones, tipped forward. She tries to run onto this one.
Big collision between Fox and Bonin Bourget.
Bonin Bourget there, getting a bit testy with Fox as she stiff-armed her from behind.
Yeah, you see in the midfield when players are often colliding with each other, they create a bit of a relationship throughout the match, sometimes getting chippy with each other. And Bonin Bourget and Fox often fighting for the ball in that center of the park. Injury time now of our first half action. 0-0 the score.
Quebec with the throw, the far touchline.
Chance to cross here, maybe for Barlow.
Instead, she'll have to settle for a throw.
As Grenier plays the ball wide. clear for a throw-in.
Coming up is Featherstone. See what her intentions are.
Wright does well to shield the ball. Gains control. Tries to find Fox, and she does. Alberta will look to create an opportunity here.
The chance.
Barlow gets turned, swings one in.
Top of the box. Drifts over to Flood, and she'll clear it back to the center of the pitch.
Flood with a very good tackle. Thinking she won possession. Thrown with Alberta, however.
So Alberta will probably have one final chance before the whistle will sound for half. There's Fox dribbling well once again, but no one to pass it to.
Yeah, good body feint there too. And Cedras again with that cutback inside. We've seen her do that easily.
Here's
twice.
Jones.
Oh,
Tips it
great through
ahead.
ball.
Beautiful weight. Shot and scored.
And she's onside. It's an incredible finish.
Samantha Wright from Jones. 1-0 to score in injury time. And it looks like Alberta will be going into the half with that 1-goal cushion.
Haven't seen any player in this tournament with the kind of vision that you saw there from Jones, Maya Jones of Calgary Foothills Soccer Club, playing a veteran ball through with perfect weight on it. Samantha Wright runs onto it, slots it under the Quebec goalkeeper with a great finish. And in the dying moments, I'm sure, of this first half, Calgary Foothills find themselves up 1-0.
And it's not a goal that came off a set piece or a loose ball in the box. Just a goal of pure skill.
Yeah, beautiful ball through there from Jones, the number 10 maestro, wearing number 9.
And there we go. The whistle sounds. End of the first half. 1-0. Your score in favor of Calgary Foothills Soccer Club, right from Jones in the, I have to think, the 38th minute.
Yeah.
If you count it up past injury time.
Very good finish from the Alberta striker. As the ball's put for her on a platter, however, by Jones. Would have had to do poorly there not to finish, but big game, big moment, big time to score.
And a good time for us to take a break. Be back to you in about 10 minutes with full coverage of the second half. You're watching the Sport Check National Club Championships Under 14 Cup on Bell Line Fiber Op TV 1. Welcome back, soccer fans. The second half about to start between the Alberta side, Calgary Foothills SC, and the Quebec side, AS Brossard. You're watching Bell Line Fiber Op TV1, the leader in local sports webcasting in Atlantic Canada. This is the Sport Check National Club Championships. As Quebec has taken the field, switching sides, the wind will now be at their back. 1-0 the score in favor of Foothills. I'd encourage you to get in touch on Twitter at Jeremy_Reynolds is the way to do it. Get your shout-outs in.
Foothills look to attack right off the kickoff as the ball is played forward to Barlow. Skipping over her leg, however. She's involved again, though. Gains possession. Big tackle there.
Attacking now, Gauthier, sorry.
Try and identify any substitutions made here for you folks streaming at home.
And it looks like one adjustment is Wilson is now in the center right back position.
Yeah, back to what we can only assume is her more natural position. She started the match yesterday there against Manitoba.
Good clearance by the keeper.
Baudouin also back on the back line as we see Laurence Gauthier enter the game. And she will play on this right wing in the advanced position. Portelance down the middle for Quebec. The three center midfielders, Bonin Bourget remains in there. Number 15, Dupont, and number 16, Adrien Grenier, the three center midfielders for Quebec in the second half.
Sent ahead by Wilson, doing what she does best. Controlled along the far touchline and then off for a throw. Quickly taken. Touched ahead. Alberta has to retreat in their own side. Siki.
And Julianne Saveno featured on the left wing for Quebec here in the second half on the far side. We saw a great pace from her yesterday against Manitoba. We'll see if that adjustment from Quebec will pay dividends.
The free kick to be taken by Gariana. To a very dangerous position.
The ball
is rolling, yes.
Refusing to stay put, though. She's forced to readjust.
She's going to have to be quick if she doesn't want that ball to roll again.
Big opportunity for Quebec here early in the second half.
Galiana.
Good ball in by Galiana. Skipping.
Punched out by the keeper.
Yeah, great job there not to take any chances, the Alberta goalkeeper.
Steina Thorne.
Punches that one away, out of trouble. And we'll see a corner kick now, I do believe.
Yes, trust us, folks, even though our camera might not be able to pick up the corner. It'll happen, but first the ball has to be retrieved. It looks like it's lodged underneath the bleachers. Now it is taken, as the Alberta keeper wasn't going to do Quebec any favors.
Yeah, I see two balls down there in the corner. I'm not sure what's going on here. The referee's having a discussion. Not sure if you can see that on our feed. Apologize if you are looking at the back of my head as I poked out to see what's going on.
As the flag there in the corner nearly blows over. That's how windy it is. So the corner to come. Baudouin.
Good ball in.
Bouncing there. No girl able to get a crack on it. Now into midfield where it'll be controlled by Wright.
Right now the Alberta goal scorer asked to settle down by the referee. A little bit too much shoulder there in the challenge for the referee's liking.
Good job.
Yeah, it's Wright was going right at Galiana. Toward the top of the penalty area.
Saveno looking to get involved.
Looked like the Quebec team wanted the handball call from the official.
Wright coming well inside her own half to try and win possession for her team.
She will send it up the touchline and out of bounds. As Wright will head back to her striker position. Off once more for, and the referee changes the call, so it'll be in favor of Alberta. As the spectators are making a lot of noise. There's Flood. Bonin Bourget protecting the ball well, but is then dispossessed.
Good challenge from Gummerson as we find Jones with the ball
Jones,
now.
nice through
Right
ball.
with a great touch forward, bumping it along.
Haverlock.
A good bit of skill there on that far side, but the ball gets away from her, and Quebec will have the throw in.
And she knew she could have done better there. She had her head in her hands. There's Jones. Can't get there first. Errant touch, and now Quebec looks to attack. Sent ahead with a bit too much weight. Trying to track it was Gauthier. Jones with a touch forward. Here for Wright. Defended well once more by Galeana.
Inside now to Gummerson.
Alberta retreating.
Played-
Sent off.
Yeah, played calmly wide there under a bit of pressure from the Quebec attackers. Leah Kiokio. Throw in now for Quebec as Bonin Bourget tries to get on the ball, but unable to get a handle of that one. Plays it out of bounds for a goal kick. The Alberta team happy to see some minutes expire off the clock with another unsuccessful Quebec attack attempt.
The midsection of the Quebec player. On the far side, Flood can't get there fast enough. Controlled.
Skill there from Haverlock as she gets the ball back to her wingback, and Gummerson fires forward to Wright.
And Wright once again is defended well by Galeana.
Big ball forward by Baudouin. Unfortunately not finding anyone with that ball.
In the wind and the rain. So both teams not having much offensive moments in the second half so far. Taken
Great.
hard off the chest.
Yeah, great control there.
Sent forward for Wright.
Barlow forward to Wright, who again is
Manages
defended.
to get around Wilson, but there again is her foil, Galeana.
Good ball through there, but easy collection for the Alberta goalkeeper as the whistle is blown. Offsides the call. Yeah, tough job for Samantha Wright in this second half. A defensive mindset clearly shown here by Alberta, looking to hang on to that 1-goal lead. And she's often found alone up front, trying to maintain possession for her team. Difficult role to play, especially in these conditions. A lot to ask from the young player playing that target role position.
Here into midfield. Getting in there was Barlow. Turned back the other way.
Fox is involved now, and we'll see a set piece from Quebec as the referee decides a little bit too much in that tackle. Galeana will look to play this into the penalty area again. Could see an opportunity here for Quebec if a good ball is played into the Alberta penalty area. Skips, but defended well. Baudouin now trying to get on the end of it. gets her hips around it. Only as far as the Alberta player.
Sent down the touchline, still in bounds. Wilson meets it there. Here's Jones, tips it forward for Wright. Takes a touch off her head. She gets inside position on Wilson.
Yeah, doing well there that time, Wright. And Barlow now dribbling with pace, touches by Baudouin. The good ball inside.
Oh, beautiful ball inside. Here's the
Excellent
shot.
Strike from Haverlock. Just unable to get enough on that one with the left foot.
Haverlock had come underneath from
Barlow.
her wing position.
Barlow with a little bit of magic on this side, getting past Baudouin, and a very excellent ball inside. First touch from Haverlock was good, and the shot forces a save from the goalkeeper.
Here's Wright once more.
Good turn this time from Wright.
And the pass behind her teammate Barlow. So Alberta showing flashes, trying to build on their 1-goal lead. Here's Bonin Bourget. Met first.
Jones now with a great touch and a body feint there to get turned.
Oh, again,
Nifty
beautiful
around the
move by
player.
Jones.
Forward to Barlow now with a good through ball. We'll see if this manages to stay in bounds.
I believe it will. Even
Barlow
though our
on the end of
camera
it.
not picking it up, and we'll get a throw in deep in the left side corner for Alberta.
Great bit of skill there in front of the camera from Maya Jones. Nifty display of dribbling from her. Alberta with a throw in now deep in Quebec's half.
Featherstone tries to launch it into the box. It's off the player for a goal kick.
Thought they earned themselves a corner kick there. Referee options to go with the goal kick, and Quebec with an opportunity to get clear now. You see the Alberta players on the far side staying warm. They may be called upon to close out this match for their province and their soccer club.
Good challenge by Bonin Bourget. Sent ahead, and that one will drift all the way back to the edge of the area.
If Quebec are going to have success in this second half, you saw there a chance to get forward, but the wingers refusing to get wide, taking away space from themselves by remaining narrow, not giving the midfielder there an option. She's just forced to lump it forward to the corner. And in these conditions, you're just going to see that sail out of bounds more often than not. We'd like to see the Quebec midfielder come way out wide now to the touchline and look to receive the ball and open up.
Here's the official coordinating with the linesman.
Throw-in now for Alberta.
Down the near touchline, headed toward the target, off the foot of Baudouin. It'll bounce around a 50-50 ball, a couple of them.
Good win there by Barlow. Referee, though, blows it down. And we've got another opportunity for Quebec to get a set piece into the box.
Great chance for Quebec. From the right side of the pitch, lining up will be Galeana.
We've seen good service from her already. She looks to rush this one. Perhaps catch Alberta flat-footed, and a great header from Portelance. Seemed to work there, the quick set piece, not allowing the Alberta defense to get set. A good header from Portelance, but the Alberta goalkeeper up to the task as she's forced to make a save here.
Yeah, heads-up play by Galeana.
Yeah, to get that ball in early, not giving the Alberta backline a chance to get set and find their marks. Almost worked.
I think she almost caught some of her own teammates unsuspecting because they had about 3 players in deep. But the header was directed on target. Thorne, though, with the save.
Ball bobbles now as Haverlock chase.
Chasing down Galeana.
Good cut inside. Tackled, though, by number 7. Samantha Flood, the wingback on that far side for Quebec.
So we see a substitution now. A girl from either squad is set to check in. First it'll be Quebec. Into the game is Levaye.
Yeah, returning to the game as Saveno, Julianne Saveno, back to the bench.
And Rika Charlton in the game for Foothills SC. Controlled by Fox. To midfield. Coming up, the captain. Gummerson sent it in. And then back. As Alberta will have to recover into position.
And Kyokyo elects for the safe option there and plays the ball out for the throw-in. 20 minutes to go here.
Flood. Got a bit lucky there. They're off the head. And once again out of bounds. Flood to take the throw.
You can tell here that this Quebec team is not ready to give up.
High. Bounces in the penalty area, sent back the other way.
Ball by Baudouin, back across the face of the goal. Alberta goalkeeper, though.
Yes, Thorne had to make a heads-up play.
Yeah, up to the task again. Tricky conditions for everyone on the field, but especially for these two goalkeepers. The ball's so slick and slippery.
Couple good passing, shows of passing by Quebec, but then it's sent off deep in the Alberta end for a throw.
And Quebec will look to pin them in here.
Do have a shout out to give from Dalla Bortalucci. She says, come from behind victory. Come from behind victories are sweet. Let's go, Brossard. So a supporter for the Quebec side chiming in on Twitter. Thank you, Dalla.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good to hear from the people streaming at home. Dry.
Dry and safe and sound.
Galeana now finding herself in a fairly deep position. Sets the ball back to Flood, who will find Portelance with a good flick on, unfortunately to nobody. Galeana bumps it back forward. A chance now for
Portelance
Gauthier.
went in. It was cleared.
Baudouin with a good first touch.
Baudouin here. Portelance, shot. Steered aside.
Looks as though Alberta have made a little tactical adjustment, and we see Haverlock now on this near side wing as Barlow's gone out to the right. Not sure if that is a defensive or offensive adjustment, but good composure shown there finally from Quebec, who have managed to swing the ball around the back line. Ball forward from Flood, however, just off as Portelance not able to get on the end of it.
Thorne will have a goal kick as the winds have now switched, not the pitch.
Yeah. Can't really tell you what direction it's blowing in.
Not really, no. Coming in from every direction, it should seem. Jones sends that one out on the far side.
Good tackle there from the creative player, showing her defensive abilities as well to interrupt play. It's Quebec now to throw in deep inside Alberta territory. We'll try not to give up the corner kick, and they do succeed in putting that out wide for another Quebec throw-in.
Even deeper throw. Flood once again. Should have to retrieve the ball this time.
Some players warming up. You may see another substitution. Good turn inside there.
Yeah, Bonin Bourget.
And the pass to Portelance is also on.
Here's a strike. Over the far bar and out of bounds.
Right idea there from the shot taker. Not sure who that was. Slightly too much on that one, though, as it sails wide of the target. Whether it was a shot attempt or a cross attempt, good intention there, just a little bit too much on it either way.
We get a whistle from the official.
The referee not happy with the rate at which that goal kick was taken as the substitution enters the field. Number 2 for Quebec, Sabrina Dolan, tucking in here at right back. Sometimes featured in the midfield for
Powerful
Quebec.
kick there. Up to right.
Yeah, right definitely fouled there that time.
By Bonin Bourget, who
not happy with the
got
referee's
right underneath her,
decision.
yeah.
And Portelance now.
Bonin Bourget not afraid to wear her emotions on her sleeve. We've seen it throughout the game.
Yeah, absolutely. The captain.
Very passionate player.
Maybe for that reason. Forward now by Alberta, cleared by Galliana, only as far as Gummerson. As Leveille now out wide. Good combination with Portelance.
Portelance and then sent out of touch.
Siki, Rumor Siki puts that one out of bounds.
Flood with the throw once more.
A lot of pressure here from Quebec. No clear opportunities amounting from that pressure as of yet, but with 15 minutes to go, we'll see if they manage to challenge the Alberta goalkeeper. Alberta's backline, however, confident in front of her, doing well to manage the pressure thus far. Alberta also looking dangerous on the break when they get that counterattack opportunity. Ball falls to number 15 now, lumps one in, and the goalkeeper confidently catches it.
The Thorn has been active in the second half, wasn't tested very much in the first.
Very good hands from her in these slippery conditions. Gummerson with a big
challenge.
Tackle.
No call by the official.
Baudouin now looks to play outside.
Tried to get a shot off, couldn't do so. Then it's sent out for a throw.
Siki again with the clearance. A lot of pressure now. The ball's been in the attacking third for Quebec.
And Quebec is showing flashes now. See if they can capitalize, tie this game up.
These are confident young players. They're not going to fade out of this match yet. Flicked on by Bonin Bourget. We'll see if they can get a cross in here, but out of bounds for a goal kick.
Oh, yes. There's no way either team is going to yield until the final whistle blows. This is the culmination of a season right before our very eyes. This game being one of the determinants and who's going to be going on to the medal round.
Yeah, both of these teams obviously coming into the tournament with medal aspirations. Some teams happy just to play in the tournament, a good experience for their players. These teams always contenders, as Wright is forward now.
Right there. Gets around one defender. And Wilson steps up to make the challenge.
Fox tugged there, and the referee makes a good call, but urges the Alberta player to calm down. Quebec players trying to rush.
Yes, Portelance.
Portelance places the ball for Featherstone. Good opportunity.
Portelance with the excellent enthusiasm. Maybe a bit too much for the officials' liking.
Frustration shown from the Quebec players as they're yapping at each other a little bit. A good ball in, though.
Head by Featherstone to the far post.
A little bit wide. She would like to have that one back. A little bit less on that, and we would have seen it drop in the penalty area, right in that dangerous space between the goalkeeper and her back line. That one, however, a little bit too much on it, sailing out of bounds. Good turn there as Baudouin forward now for Quebec. Portelance gives chase.
Defended well. Here's Haverlock, and she is muscled off the ball by Baudouin.
Yeah, certainly offended there.
She gets a talking to from the official.
The head official asking Baudouin to settle down. Tension's high here as everything on the line for these two teams. The winner of this match will face the winner of Nova Scotia against New Brunswick. Currently underway at Mount Pearl.
No call there, sent ahead. And that'll be controlled by the keeper at the far line and sent out into touch. So a chance there for Quebec that happened because of Gummerson being taken down in the middle of the pitch. And now the advantage.
Offside there.
Mm-hmm. As we near in on 10 minutes remaining in regulation time. 1-0 to score in favor of Foothills SC, as it has been since the start of the second. Bonin-Bourget fouls from behind. So we've yet to see
players very frustrated here.
We've yet to see a card been shown.
Portelance again urging the Alberta players to hurry up with their set piece, placing the ball for them. Yeah, no player cautioned as of yet, but we could see this
starting to get testy.
Get a little bit out of the referee's control.
Oh, Gummerson is flattened, and now we are going to see a card. I'd have to think. No. Still no card.
The referee speaks to her.
And there you have it. So slow to be shown, but shown nonetheless. Yellow card.
I repeat, tension's high here as the supporters are getting involved.
Elizabeth Dupont being written up. I guess you could say speak of the devil too, Merrick, because we were just talking about no cards being shown, and then right away.
Blame us if you want.
Curse of the commentator. There's Juliana. Does her best to flick it out of the box. Jones taps it forward. Here's Wright. She has the ball knocked off her foot. Levaille turns it over.
There. Inside to Wright, who's onside. And a good first touch gets her past one defender, and she hits one from distance. Just dropping in front of the Quebec goalkeeper, who easily collects. Decent effort there from Wright. The drop kick looked to be sailing wide, but Quebec seemed to get a hold of it.
It'll be back to retrieve for Siki.
Under pressure by Portelance, who's flying in there. And we'll see a throw-in deep inside the Alberta half for Quebec.
Sound defending by Siki to steer that one out for a throw.
Yeah, the other quarterfinal in this bracket, like I mentioned, between Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, currently underway at Mount Pearl. Winner of this match will face the winner of that one. As it stands, Alberta set to advance to the semifinal. Quebec, however, not ready to give up yet.
Gummerson up for Wright.
It's a 1v1 chase now.
Galliana
heads it only as far as Wright, who has to do a very good job here to maintain possession for her team all alone. And Quebec bump it forward.
Good job, Tasha!
And if there's been one player for the Quebec side that has been equal to the challenge of Wright, it has been Galliana.
Yeah, big battle between the two of them all day. Fox now clearing. Big collision again. Bonin-Bourget involved, but a clean tackle. Out wide now for Quebec throw-in. 63rd minute of action here. Quebec with a throw-in.
There's Flood once again.
7 minutes plus stoppage time to go for Quebec if they try and make something of this match. Big collision there again. No call from the referee.
Lots of contact going.
Lumped forward by Flood. And Alberta will be pinned in their own half with a throw-in deep in their own territory.
Here's we near in on 63 minutes gone by in this match. Alberta looking for the insurance. Quebec looking for the tie.
Both sides supporters urging them on here from the stands. Commitment from the friends and family and fans.
Chipped into the box by Flood, flicked on.
Yeah, interesting little attempt there by Baudouin. Not enough on it though. Baudouin, who finds herself in another attacking position. Look to use her pace perhaps in the dying moments of this match. With Portelance now. Tackled well though.
That's Levaille.
Levaille dribbling now. Gets around the defender but unable to keep it inbounds. We'll see a goal kick for Alberta. Pressure subsides momentarily.
A substitute to check in. Take this time to encourage you to check out Atlantic Hockey Report. Features interviews with players, coaches, from Atom Hockey all the way up to the Q. Catch Atlantic Hockey Report on TV1 and on demand at belllion.ca/TV1.
Rachel Barlow is back in the match now for Alberta. Looking to help her teammates close out. She gets a good flick on there to Wright, who bumps it past the defender and with pace is trying to get around her.
Couldn't beat Wilson, though.
No, again, the Quebec defense doing well. That center back pair of Galeana and Wilson handling Wright's pace and size well. Quebec with an opportunity now to get ahead. Intervened by Barlow, though, the substitute. Yep. Fresh legs, perhaps, off the bench playing a role. The overlapping ball is on now for Featherstone, who lumps it forward.
There's Wright.
Good control from Wright and does well to shield the ball. Can't find a teammate, though, as the ball seemed to deflect off the referee, I believe.
And in behind Jones. Coming up, though, is Gummerson. And she tangles up. Here's Quebec. 5 minutes left to play of regulation time.
Just not creating the opportunities offensively, Quebec. Lots of pressure here, but unable to have the inspiration to make something magical happen here. That final idea, that final thought or final ball just not produced by Quebec yet. Big
challenge in the air. Advantage will be given to Alberta.
You can hear the supporters almost calling the game here for the head official.
Portelance was in disbelief as well over that call.
As you see again, Quebec kind of just lumping the ball forward. Dying moments of this match. Need a little bit more creativity than that to beat this Alberta defense. Featherstone forward now as Barlow and Wright set to give chase. Wilson's first touch puts her in trouble. Alberta will have a throw in now.
Wilson.
No hurry to take it as you see the Quebec player again going to get the ball.
And it has been Baudouin in the second half to advance the ball as quickly as she can. And even saying some words to Featherstone on the sidelines.
Yeah, urging her to throw the ball quicker.
There's Jones, who's been relatively silent in the second half.
Helpful in defense, but you're right, hasn't created much since that great ball in the first half, creating Alberta's first and only goal.
There's Barlow, and she is outmanned by Galeana.
Yeah, tried to win her side a corner kick there, but Quebec with the goal kick, looking to get forward again now. 67th minute. 68th, sorry. 67th minute just came to a close. Dying moments of this match. Unsure yet how much injury time we will see.
Here's Wright, trying to cut inside, and Galeana's there once again.
Wright, though, winning the corner kick. Another chance for Alberta to chew some time off the clock. Savvy play here from them as they're not in a hurry.
Nor should they be. That's Cedrez on the far side with the right boot.
Good ball in, skipping now.
Haverlock trying to get a shot on, but fell down.
Cleared only as far as the wingback again, who looks to get another cross, but a good touch.
Yes, by Cedrez into Jones. And she's taken down in the penalty area. No call.
And no call there. Clipped by the Quebec defender. The referee doesn't see enough in that challenge to give the penalty.
There's Portelance with Baudouin.
Good ball inside.
Here's a great chance. Wilson fires.
Seemingly right at the goalkeeper. Huge chance for Quebec to tie the game there. And the Alberta goalkeeper making a great save.
Save of the match.
Absolutely.
And look at Bonine Bourget. She can't even handle Wright. But Galeana is there. And we know she can.
Wright with a very good game here for her Calgary Foothills side.
Oh my!
Big collision there.
That's a red card.
Gummerson colliding at midfield.
Left her leg a little bit high there. Wasn't above waist height though. The contact incidental, I do believe. I didn't see any intent there. Gummerson tries to shake the hand of the Quebec player after the foul.
It wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, not having any of it. Elizabeth Dupont.
We're now in the final minute of regulation.
We look to see from the fourth official how much stoppage time, as he's asking the head official what she's decided with.
Jones
Forward
sends it
to
ahead
right.
for Wright here. Wright, and that great battle with Galliana. Supported by Flood is Galliana. Wright
Excellent.
comes up with it.
Excellent hold-up play from her, just chewing time off the clock.
Sent ahead by Jones here.
2 versus 1
Chance
now.
for the attack.
Haverlock and Barlow. Barlow needs to stay on side.
And she does. And then taken down in the box by Wilson was Haverlock. Flicked onward.
Good challenge there.
Excellent.
Corner kick now for Quebec in the dying moments of the match. Will we see some heroics here from someone?
In 3 minutes of extra time.
3 minutes of additional time. Ball boy. Lots of effort from him to get the ball to the Quebec players.
And he dodges back under the bleachers.
Doing his job well, the young lad.
Excellent cross in the box to the far post. Missing on the shot was number 15, Dupont.
Safely out for a throw-in. See if Quebec get another chance to get the ball in the box here. 1-0 the scoreline. Alberta set to move on. As they
Here's
counter
Wright
once more
with
through
space.
Wright. She'll look to take this ball to the corner and kill the rest of the match.
And she
Intervened
can't.
again by Galliana.
Galliana has been equal to the task.
But Barlow, fresh legs, coming in here.
For Wright, top of the box.
Right,
Chips
weary.
it ahead, and just
after
to
that
kill
last
some
run,
time
yeah.
off the clock, yes. She was out of juice.
The ball going just about as far as it possibly could from the Quebec goalkeeper. She sprints to get it and get this ball back in play. The head official keeping one eye on the watch, one eye on the play here.
Gobet with the kick. Into midfield, Alberta meets it first, sends it out for a throw.
Very wise play here from these Alberta players as they just look to put the ball out of bounds.
Looks like they'll try it
Play
again.
it safe. Quebec now maybe with one more opportunity to get forward as it falls to Baudouin.
Chipped ahead, racing in. Portalans.
Almost gets there.
And she can't get through the wall. On the back line for Alberta.
Impressive backline that is from Alberta. Excellent defense all game. This second half has been a lot of pressure from the Quebec side. The Alberta back four and their goalkeeper especially up to the task. Baudouin with with a good touch. Unable to get a shot off though. Forward by Haverlock to Wright again.
And that great battle with Galliana down the far touchline. Right. Still with possession.
Doing just
Goes
about
inside, right around Galliana. But then was stopped by Flood.
Wright doing just about everything a coach could ask from a target player. All alone up front, just chewing seconds off the clock, maintaining possession. Eventually forcing a Quebec tackle and winning her side a throw-in. Keeping possession, very impressive play from the center forward. Working very hard in the dying moments of this match. And another throw-in for Alberta. We must be close to the final whistle at this point.
As Alberta looks to seal their victory. If they can manage to keep possession of the ball for at least a few seconds, you have to think the whistle will sound, and it does.
They celebrate.
Final score 1-0 in favor of Foothills SC. They're victorious over AS Brossard. They're heading on looking for championship aspirations. And for Quebec, a valiant effort, but coming up 1 goal short in this match in incredibly hostile weather conditions at King George V Field.
Yeah, heartbreaking for the Quebec side and their supporters as they themselves had championship aspirations. A good performance and a good tournament from them. They will look to play in one of the position matches. Alberta, Calgary Foothills Soccer Club side with a very sound performance, scoring an excellent goal and then doing everything it took to defend well. As you see the teams shake hands, 1-0 the scoreline. Alberta advancing. As you can see the Calgary Foothills fans there showing their scarf vuvuzela. I thought those things were banned. Yeah, the fans celebrating.
Yeah.
Very happy times for the Alberta club.
Foothills SC victorious. The fans, despite the weather, are in good spirits.
Cold, wet, and weary.
Coming
Victory from their side.
Coming all the way from dry Alberta, playing in the wet conditions in St. John's. Welcome to Newfoundland, folks.
That poor umbrella didn't stand a chance.
No. Oh my, that one's a souvenir.
Great game though here at the
it
Under
was
14
amazing.
Cup girls action.
Solid match, and Quebec not for. They had their chances in the second half. The best one had to be Wilson, stopped point blank by Steina Thorne.
Have to commend the Foothills goalkeeper, who had very, very relatively little action in the first half. Hard to stay involved in the game when you don't see many shots. Forced to make a lot of big collections, and of course that big save, point blank there, in the dying moments of the match. A great performance from her. Excellent game of soccer for the players and fans alike. Those here soaking wet at King George V, as well as those at home.
Nice and dry, everyone at home, and we'd like to thank you for joining us. We'll remind you the Alberta side wins 1-0 over the Quebec side. First game of the day. We're back in about half an hour with the next game on the schedule. Thank you for tuning in. On behalf of Marek Nakoniewski, my name is Jeremy Reynolds. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again soon.